Good evening and welcome to Prime Business with me, Pius Kojobaka. This evening, we can confirm to you that Ghana is close to securing $370 million following a staff-level agreement reached between the IMF and the country's authorities to conclude the fourth review of the 36-month Extended Credit Facility Supported Program. IMF Mission Chief for Ghana, Stefan Rode, has in the meantime backed the decision of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission to increase tariffs for water and electricity, insisting it is needed to improve the fiscal situation. More in this report.
So after a 2-week assessment of Ghana's program, the IMF said fiscal slippages in the run-up to the 2024 elections led to large accumulation of payables and also reforms which were also being delayed. But the IMF, in this particular joint meeting, indicated that the new authorities have taken bold steps to address some of these slippages, which include a hike of electricity and also water tariff.
As the government adjusts utility prices between on the one side, the importance of those adjustments to strengthen the SOEs in the sector and make sure that public finances overall are sustainable, and on the other side, the implication that it has, especially for the most vulnerable. And I think when we discuss with the authorities, we very much focus on these two aspects. So think about the electricity price increase that PORC has announced recently. On one side, it is very necessary to strengthen the position of ECG so that ECG in turn is able to pay its bills to the power producers, and that in turn you, as Ghanaians, continue to have access to electricity on a continuous basis.
Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama at the joint meeting also said the central bank will also make sure all necessary requirements are also being met.
Throughout this process, we have remained clear-eyed about the need for solutions that are both technically sound and tailored to Ghana's unique context. Our policies reflect this balance. We want to thank Ghanaians for their patience and resilience.
Finance Minister Dr. Atuforsen at the joint meeting also said government have implemented a number of structural reforms to ensure the full realization of this particular IMF program.
Rather started like the most difficult review of the program has ended successfully, with the IMF and the government of Ghana reaching a staff-level agreement on the fourth review today. This marks a significant journey in our collective effort towards resetting the economy for the Ghana we all want. We remain fully committed to the implementation of the program and will do all it takes to ensure that the objectives of the program are on track.
He also debunked claims of government intention to extend the IMF program.
On the program extension. And let me again repeat that this mission was largely focused on the implementation of the program and to ensure that the program is on track and the program will be implemented going forward to observe the spirit and design of the program objective. That is what we did, and we have successfully achieved that. Going forward, if government takes any other decision, we'll communicate that to the public.
Now, government says it remains committed to complete a comprehensive public debt restructuring program to ensure sustainability. For Joy Business, James Eshen.
And the Ghanaian business community is demanding a long-term policy in stabilizing the Cedi despite Ghana's close to securing $370 million following a staff-level agreement reached between the IMF and Ghana. According to the president of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Stefan Abbas, although the expected funds will check budget overruns, reforms and tightening monetary and fiscal policies, that is not sustainable in the medium to long term. He's been speaking to Joy Business.
It brings a lot of comfort, but it is short term and it's going to be short-lived. It's short term and it's going to be short-lived. Businesses plan in the long term. Businesses plan in the long term. So what is the government's policy to ensure that the currency, our city, is stabilized? in the long term, in the very, very long term. Okay, that is what is important. If we do not do that, what will happen is that we would end up going back to the IMF. And that is not good for any economy. That is not good for any economy. So it is important that we understand the government fiscal policies so that we can embrace it. Like I've said, in the very recent times, we've seen that the government is trying to lead the capital market by ensuring that it doesn't take a lot of subscription. So there's a lot of capital for the banks to on-lend. But interest rates are high. Interest rates are high. And therefore, it has a lot of long-term effect on the dollar. So those are the things that we need to understand. So in the meantime, yes, it's good. But the short term is not something you want to count. You want to count on the long-term solution. That is what is very important.
Away from the International Monetary Fund related stories, the Federation Association of Ghanaian Exporters and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority is aiming to increase non-traditional exports revenue to over $5 billion in the next 2 years. According to the chairman of the association, Davis Kobo, more investments in logistics and payment systems are needed to meet these targets. He was speaking at the launch of the 2025 Ghana Horticultural Expo.
The Ghana Horticulture Expo, launched by the Federation Association of Ghanaian Exporters and GEPA, will focus on enhancing the competitiveness of the horticulture sector globally. In 2023, the agriculture sector contributed $495 million to total revenue from non-traditional exports. This, stakeholders in the horticulture sector believe, could increase significantly with the right investments. Davis Kobo is the president of the Federation Association of Ghanaian Exporters.
Rather than viewing these challenges as insurmountable of the obstacles, we see them as opportunities to redirect our energies towards markets where Ghanaian products have competitive advantages. Chief among these is the Africa continental market. The Africa Continental Free Trade Area represents the single greatest opportunity for expanding Ghana's horticulture exports. Within a market of 1.3 billion people and a combined GDP of 3.4 trillion, Africa offers boundless opportunities for Ghanaian producers. However, we must move beyond celebratory rhetoric to practical implementation. FED calls for accelerated progress on eliminating non-tariff barriers, harmonizing standards, and simplifying custom procedures. We need investment in logistics infrastructure and payment systems that facilitates intra-African trade.
Chief Executive of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Francis Kojo, pledged their commitment to support businesses to increase their exports globally.
To become competitive on the international market, Ghana's horticultural industry needs to innovate and add value to the range of products that we offer to the market. We are proud that our pineapples, mangoes, vegetables, and indeed the full range of produce are premium and are loved by our buyers and consumers in the market. However, that may not be enough to sustain us in the market for the long, since our competitors are also deploying strategies to outcompete us. It is my expectation, therefore, that the entire horticultural industry players will use this year's Expo to rally around the team and discuss ways in which we can sustain this important sector into the future.
This year's Ghana Horticulture Expo is themed Innovate, Transform, Sustain, driving growth in Ghana's horticultural sector.
There are calls for government to foster relationships with other Francophone countries. The move, according to reps from the Francophone community, is key to support Ghana in diversifying its economy. Here's more.
The float was to showcase Ghana's commitment to foster relationship with the Francophone community. It served as a visual representation of its commitment, highlighting Ghana's active participation in global Francophone community engagement.
As part of the Francophone Week, we had a tour to the principal streets of Accra to get our population aware that Ghana is now a member of Francophone, which also gives us other opportunities as the other Francophone countries, culture, investments in our youth, opportunities of commerce, and then also expanding. We have always spoken about Ghana being surrounded by Francophone countries. Well, today we are Francophone too, and we believe that it's an opportunity for us to showcase and bring many more people on board.
National correspondent for Francophone at the Ministry of Education, Chichi Kondo, called on government to leverage on some opportunities provided by the French communities to support Ghana's economy.
In 2006, now we journey through that period up to last year where we were given a full membership status, which means that now Ghana is a full member of La Francophonie, and this is the time for Ghana also to showcase itself, make sure that indeed our democratic values, good governance, democracy, sustainable development are being adhered to and then also being put on international scene. Ghana, as we all know, is a country that is being attracted by so many people because of how we go about our things.
Ghana has rewarded 40 customers in the first minute draw of its ongoing deposit and drive promo. In an interview with Joy Business, the managing director of SG Ghana, Hakeem Ozani, emphasized the bank's commitment to supporting small and medium-sized enterprises with flexible financing solutions, while also encouraging a culture of savings among its customers.
The initiative, which was launched in February, is designed to encourage a culture of savings among Ghanaians while offering exciting incentives for customers. Speaking at the event, the bank's managing director, Hakeem Ozani, emphasized the broader goal behind the promotion.
This deposit and drive promotion is an initiative that we take, I would say, regularly. Here is once again to promote the saving culture in Ghana for our clients. Knowing that SG Ghana is fundamentally sticking to its mission of financing the economy of Ghana through financing of individuals, of SMEs, small, medium enterprises, large local corporates, government, etc. SG Ghana has the highest loan-to-deposit ratio in the industry, which means that all the deposits that we get from our customers are dedicated to do financing of the growth of the economy of Ghana. This first draw that you have done today is a mini draw. You have seen that 40 of our clients have won very beautiful and very amazing gifts, but there will be another mini draw, and then the last one, the biggest one, is to win the car that you see here, and this one will be in September.
Obed Hoya is the general manager for retail business at SG Ghana.
A lot of times when such promos are launched, there's a tendency to think that, oh, maybe there's some unevenness or some kululu somewhere. But this is just to show you, to manifest that what we are saying is real. You saw the draw by NLA, which was done. You saw customers being called and their reaction to the gifts that they have won. And also the spread. We make sure that at least across our network, we had a good spread where people across the country were winning.
The campaign will feature a second-minute draw in the coming weeks, leading up to a grand finale where one customer would drive away in a brand new Toyota RAV4.
Broom, a leading brand in home appliances and electronics, has officially opened a new showroom at Electromax, one of Ghana's prominent retail outlets. The showroom offers a wide range of affordable and durable products catering to the diverse needs of Ghanaian consumers. More in this report. The new showroom is designed to provide customers with an immersive shopping experience, showcasing Broom's latest products, including home appliances, electronics, and gadgets. The showroom's strategic location at Electromax, a popular retail destination, ensures easy accessibility for customers across the country. Speaking to Joy Business, General Manager and Business Lead at Somotex Ghana Limited, Shivash Srivastava, stated that the decision to open a showroom at Electromax is part of the brand's expansion strategy in Ghana, aimed at increasing its presence and making its products more accessible to a wider audience.
You know, we are having a vision to give the Ghanaian customers, and African also I should include, because we are also operating in other countries, the best value for money. And another very important thing is after-sale service, which African consumers has been deprived, for long. Currently, we are present in all the major supermarkets like Melcom, like Super Save, like Get for Less, and including Electromart. And Electromart, since it is our own retail chain, I can tell you that we already have this is our 28th store, and it is right from here till Tamale. Now I'm also thinking to look for a place in Bulga, So Bulga is the last place, So right from Aflao till Takoradi, till Cape Coast, till Tarkwa, on this side, horizontally, vertically, both, we are omnipresent.
Brand's communication manager for Broom Ghana, Iriekwa Inchi, tells Joy Business the brand is committed to providing Ghanaian consumers with high quality, affordable and durable products that meet their evolving needs.
One of the unique things about Broom is our inverter. Our inverter gives you up to almost 40% less of prepaid usage, and this is actually confirmed. No home appliance brand actually guarantees that. Broom Appliances, they guarantee that 40% less prepaid use with our inverter products, and that is one thing that we've integrated in most of our products. So when you buy Broom, you are saving on energy as well.
The showroom's opening was marked with ribbon cutting, attended by Broom's management team, Electromax officials, and other stakeholders. The event highlighted the brand's commitment to innovation, quality, and customer satisfaction. Some other stories. Eastern Regional Minister Rita Akosua-Awate is urging tertiary students in the region to make the effort in developing an entrepreneurial skill before leaving school into the job market. According to her, this will empower their graduates to perform in any field as globalization continues to change the skills gap. She was speaking at a career conclave and business development event at an all-nations university in Koforidua. Here's a report.
The Business Development Forum aims to provide a platform for guidance to students and support their growth in their career paths. Eastern Regional Minister Rita Akosua-Awate believes that the growing rate of unemployment can be reduced if more attention is given to technical skills in various schools. She described the event as timely and urged participants to make good use of the platform.
The future of employment will demand adaptability, creativity, and an entrepreneurial spirit. Therefore, this event is not only timely, but also very, very essential. It offers an invariable platform for a young talent to explore career path, understand company dynamics, and learn from experienced professionals like the doctors I'm seeing around.
Head of Human Resource Department, Dr. Priscilla Bempabuche, highlighted the significance of the forum.
We know the future is uncertain, and therefore we need to instill into the youth the skills, the entrepreneurial skills, so that they'll be able to even find jobs for themselves or create jobs for themselves so they can sustain in the future. So looking at this program, it's really going to help the students. And I know that by the end of this, the students will be able to volunteer and also create businesses for themselves.
Meanwhile, Chief Executive of Goal Compliance Solutions, James Sofori, hopes that the event will serve as a guiding path for student entrepreneurs.
It's a whole session which we can describe as a festival of ideas, where we were learning from industry experts. Everybody was bringing on board his knowledge, his experience, sharing with the young ones to be able to learn something from them, so that right from school, since we believe in being in grooming entrepreneurs.
The forum was held under the theme Elevate, Empowering Youth for a Dynamic Future. It was organized by Goal Compliance Solutions and the HR department of the Business School of All Nations University.
Celebrations and calls for change marked this year's graduation ceremony at the Winchi College of Agriculture and Applied Technology, where 120 new agri leaders stepped into the spotlight with calls to create their own jobs and not wait for non-existing ones. More from Anas Sabit.
A day of pride, purpose and planting possibilities here at the Wenchi College of Agriculture and Applied Technology, where 112 graduates are stepping into a future Ghana desperately needs, one rooted in soil, sweat and self-employment. The ceremony wasn't just pomp, it was a rallying cry. Speakers from chiefs to policymakers challenged these graduates to dig into agribusiness literally. Principal of the school, Muhammadu Abdullahi, believed this will help boost food production and most importantly reduce graduate unemployment in the country.
Over the years, our product had always been absorbed by government to play a role in extension delivery. But currently, we are shifting our focus to training people who will be able to practicalize and also even set up their own businesses. And in doing so, when they are able to set up their own businesses, that is a source of employment to them, and the hand they also bring on board to help.
This is where theory meets reality. Over 70% of applicants here are turned away yearly due to the unavailability of adequate classroom space. Abdullah Muhammadu described the school's perennial challenges as worrying.
I mentioned time and again the challenges that we are besieged with. Paramount among them is the fact that our lecture halls are very small, and we will need one that is of a modern stature so that we'll be able to absorb more and more of the individuals who are interested in joining the agricultural sector as far as the training is concerned. Aside this, we really don't have a modern laboratory to help us in our research and other training needs.
Chairman of the occasion and chief of Wenchi Kwasi, who is himself a former director of agriculture, Nana Owusu Ansasasrakubisia, laments the lack of available jobs for these graduates. He wants them to use the knowledge acquired to help establish their own businesses and in turn employ others.
Looking at the agricultural value chain, there seems to be potential for people to work. And so that is why I'm advising them that they should take advantage of the value chain potentials and as much as possible look for areas that they can employ themselves rather than rely on government to employ them.
Emmanuel Kobna Amfo is the Municipal Director of Agriculture for Wenchi. He admonishes the graduates to use the skills gained in helping solve the numerous challenges confronting agriculture in the country.
Climate change, nomadic herdsmen, and all these things are some of the challenges out there. The graduates here are expected to go and solve. So they should put whatever they have learned here into practice so that the family that they are coming out from, they will get the benefit of the education that they learned here.
Despite hurdles, these graduates are already sowing change. But their message to leaders is clear. Equip us and we will transform Ghana's plate and its GDP. Bobie Boatma Esther is one of 26 girls graduating today.
It's beginning to look like we are in a country where the government or the authority doesn't see agriculture as a very relevant thing in the country. Agriculture is a very profitable business and they need to consider agriculture so that it will boost the youth to participate in agriculture.
Today, Wenchi's graduates vow to be job creators, not seekers. But to do that, they need more than courage. They need tools. For Ghana's sake, let's hope their call doesn't fall on barren soil. Anas Sabit, Joy News, Wenchi.
We have more stories for you when you log on to myjoyonline.com/business. That's it for Prime Business. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Muftau is next with Prime Sports.